So Davido did something very responsible, and I stick to it. Davido is one of the privileged Nigerians who are dual citizens. He talks about his Atlanta background a lot. Did he do a service to the Nigerian who doesn't have that privilege? No, because that Nigerian needs an investor who would set up and create an enabling labor market that will give him life, that will empower him, that will employ him. What Davido has simply done is that when Asiwaju is taking a plane to country to look for the foreign investors that will come here, he's told them, don't come. Has he done a service to the average Nigerian inside Ede that does not know the royal family of Ede? Has he done a service to the Nigerians in Omwaron, who is in the bush trying to get wood? Has he done anybody a privilege in the rice farms in Bida? No, he hasn't. He has spoken who's truth of the elites. The people who spend the dollars, 1 minute, not the people who buy beans per pinto. We know that the country is hard. We know that these reforms were forced on us because if we had continued to feed the elites, we would be worse off.
Yeah.
They had to take out subsidy, stop the payment. Allocation has increased to state governors, but we are not asking the governors.
No.
We have removed the supplement that we give to dollars so that we can buy it cheaply. We are now forced to buy it how we see it. And this is the real value. We are suffering under that weight. And what you can say is bad here. I think it's not bad. Did you hear the campaigns? During the elections, just the completed election, did you hear the campaigns?
That's the
of what the reality of America is. And Oprah would say it at elections, but she won't sit on a show or sit at a table and tell everybody, and tell a foreign interviewer what Davido did. And that's where it's wrong. Because you sat there, but now your reference point for whether they should go ahead and invest in the country. See, the point is, no matter how true your truth is, all your truth, if it's not going to be of service to your people, it's in the corridors where he could make that noise privately, but no, he chose to tell that person on it that America care, come where care. Whereas what we need is foreign investors. That's what our government has said we needed. Except Davido can show me 2-3 companies where he's producing beans, rice, the local food for the local man, so that he can be talking. Yes, we will know what you're talking, but you're still talking amongst yourselves. We sit there and we allow our places of influence be where we advocate that is bad, it can never be good, it's worse. We condemn our own.
My original question was like, so for if people want to leave America and like try to find those,
leave America and go where?
Back home.
Let's be honest. Go back where? It's not cool back home.
It's not.
Just, I mean, my country now is in the economy now is in shambles. Like,
but if people are leaving,
I do my part.
Yeah,
I'm an ambassador. So when I go home and I'm filming and showing, I'm not gonna show the bad parts. I ain't gonna show all the
You're not gonna try to slum. You're not gonna show the trenches.
No, I go to the trenches. I film the trenches, but I'm talking about the situation in the country.
Yeah,
we Nigerians, you know what I'm saying? Like now the exchange rate is messed up. A lot of stuff not going well. You know what I'm saying? The economy is just not good anymore. The oil prices are too high. And imagine a country that produces oil. We produce the oil, and we pay more money for oil than a country that's importing the oil. You know what I'm saying? So just stuff like that. But regardless, entertainment is one of the things that's made Africa look good.
Yeah,
we do not have the best leaders. That's a fact.
Oh, Davido is a person of influence and should be more guarded in his utterances, especially about the country that has given him that fame. Imagine that Davido started his music at a career in the US. He'll be competing with the Americans. But now, because he started from here, when it became the time for Africa to be on the scene, they are collaborating with him. You don't throw where you are from in the pits. This is your source, and I'm just very disappointed.
What are your thoughts on this?
I'm not disappointed though. I feel that Davido told his truth. And Davido told his truth in a way that Nigerians feel like, don't insult us outside, let us insult ourselves inside the house. But you don't know, even in the privilege of Davido being Davido, what he's having to deal with as being a Nigerian. And the fact that he should not have a right to complain because he has hustled out an advantage from the challenges of Nigeria, I do not agree. I do not agree that he doesn't have a right to complain. I do not agree that he doesn't have a right to lament. I don't know. I mean, did he lie? No, but did Davido lie? So the question is, if he spoke his truth And majority of Nigeria, even the people that are very, and I'm a very optimistic person, I was doing a voice note out of frustration that I'm facing on some visa application to countries that do not have the right to wipe the shoe of Nigeria, who are now banning Nigeria. Like, I'm wondering, what was this country? And I wanted to say this Nigeria, and I just had to tell myself, swallow it and say positively. That is how optimistic I am. Even in a private conversation, I do not want to speak bad. But the reality is, he's entitled to his truth. He's entitled to speak his mind. The leaders, and it's not even leaders, the average Nigerian is going through a whole lot, and they have to find a way to vent. And they shouldn't be punished for venting. So don't put him on a pedestal that it's difficult for him to sit on, where he's unable to say it inside, say it outside. Everything you say can be used against you. Let him speak. Let Davido breathe. Let him say his truth the way he feels it per time. If you disagree with him based on your reality, bring your evidence and say your own. If not, pray for Nigeria, which is what we're good at doing anyway. The responsibility of selling Nigeria does not lie with the Nigerian feeling the pain. You cannot slap me and say, don't cry, or this is how to cry, or comport your crying, or don't cry in this place because you are a Nigerian. So even if Nigeria slapped you, you will rearrange your face because you need to show off a particular image. No. And while I understand, even if the president said it, or a politician said it, or someone that is as privileged as Davido is saying this, then you should understand how critical things are. And there are many celebrities that have gotten the opportunity. Once they blow small like this, they leave. Like the speed of exit is like exodus. But the question, and in context, is the fact that Davido was asked a question that based on Donald Trump's election, many black Americans want to leave America, saying, I want to go to Africa. And he said, to where? That the economy is bad. Not a lie. Should he have said it to the person that interviewed him? Should he have lied? Should he say, come on, the economy is good? When you come home, the airport will be waiting for you with open arms. They will not ask you for bribe. When you go to meet the government, you want to do a policy, the government will welcome your amazing ideas. They will not ask you to settle them. When you go on the street and you're in Nigeria, they will not steal from you. Because
So guys, take a look at the reactions coming from these TVC presenters over Davido's comment on the reality of every Nigerian today under the Dinubu's leadership. We know that Davido came out to criticize, the government of the day on how the economy has been ruined. And guess what? There are still so many reactions coming up as a result of that statement by Davido. So these presenters on TVC News, some of them are for Davido, while some are against Davido, and those that are against Davido, they are saying that Davido would have at least presented Nigeria in a more, appreciated manner. As in Davido shouldn't have said it the way it is. But I tell you, even the international world, everybody knows what is happening in Nigeria. Everybody knows how our economy has been down, how corruption, insecurity, and all those have been, hurting us as a people. Don't forget that Dinubu recently during the G20 meeting told world leaders that Africa and Nigeria, to be specific, is battling with insecurity, and all that, and that they can't even feed school children. You can imagine Tinubu himself telling world leaders that they don't have money to feed school children 1 meal per day while they are busy buying exotic cars. So guys, let me just allow you to take a look at the reaction coming from these TVC presenters on Davido's comments saying that Nigeria has been ruined, the economy is down, that anybody in the US who is thinking of coming down to Nigeria to come and live in Nigeria is taking a big risk, that you shouldn't even dare come to Nigeria because everything has been spoiled by these political cabals. Just take a look at the reactions. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video.